Hi, my name is Gundam and this tutorial to show you the new Academy module just released on SquadronHub platform. So let's go. First of all, log in on the SquadronHub platform. Log in. As you can see on the left, it appears a new modules named Academy Management. And this is how it works for a, let me say, a call sign, a user logged that is, let me say, owner even of a squadron, a virtual squadron in SquadronHub. In this case, just let me jump on Squadron Management. I am the creator of this virtual squadron here in SquadronHub. This squadron, in this example, has 3 pilots, me, Amy, and Ratman. Because of I am, let me say, a creator of a squadron, I see two main, let me say, section. Academy program building allow you to be allow me to build an academy program for my squadron, and academy management. So a view to monitor the academy status of my squadron. Okay, let's go first of all on first step is to build an academy program. So we select the squadron we belong. In this case, I am the creator even of veteran sim group in this example, and just click. Okay, the program has a 3-level structure. There is the domain for all the virtual squadron. This is the same and cannot be changed. There is a domain fundamental, a domain advanced, and a domain specialization. Each domain can have one or more category, and each category can have one or more skills. Let's build fundamental at first. A squadron is not, let me say, necessary to fill all the 3 domains, depending on your, let me say, academy strategy, skill that you want to track, and so on. Okay, gone with fundamental. Let me create a new category, for example, basic flight skills, and we can put here takeoff as description, takeoff following veterans in group line guideline. And other skills, land, and the same, land following USG guideline. And just save, and automatically this will save a specific, let me say, pilot profile situation regarding academy for each pilot belong to the squadron. Some parameter on the domain for which the squadron leader can operate, let me say. First of all, the combat ready threshold. This is the level of credit that a pilot has to have on a specific domain to be combat ready. After I will show you this. And visibility, this means that you can leave public if you want, and if you want, would like to allow other virtual squadron to leverage on the same structure in terms of category skills under the domain. Okay, I would like to underline that each virtual squadron has own academy program with pilots and credit. But the structure, just the structure as template, could be used even from other squadron. If you leave public here, for each domain, I can, let me say, select here and take and choose a structure from other squadron. No? I suggest to leave public as contribution to the community. Maybe it could be useful for other squadron to see even other academy strategy. Perfect. Let's go on with advanced. So add category. Advanced, I don't know, maybe we can put refuel. refuel skill, add skills, don't know, refuel during day, and another skills, refuel during night. Just an example. I would like to explain how it works, you know? So it doesn't matter what I can put here. Save program, and for specialization maybe we can start with some weapon skills. I don't know, air to air weapon, and I can put here I am 120 as description. AM skills to master bivouac tactics, and another, let me say, another category we can put air to ground weapon, and we can put no, AGM 88 as an example, with a description master air to ground weapon, and save even in this case. Weapon, let me put in this way. Okay, so assuming that we finish this, maybe we can define a combat ready for fundamental, maybe quite less for advanced, and for the specialization 70. Okay, all public. That's all. Now we have a program. My suggestion is to work well to this step in order to avoid to come back and change. You can change some parameter here, but you or delete category of skills. You cannot change the name of category or name of skills because to avoid mess on all the pilot configuration file regarding Academy. So you are limited to work and to change this in this view. So my suggestion is to define a very good structured program in order to avoid to touch this after and work on the other view. I forgot to explain to you this other parameter, decay interval. This is the days for which if you do not refresh the skill, you lose this credit, 20 in this case. It's a parameter that you can change, okay, 25 for example, and this is the same amount of credit you gain when you refresh the skill. How you can refresh the skill, I will show you after in a few moments. Okay, coming back, now that we build, let me say, the program, let's show you the pilot profile view. I am a Gundam. I'm a Gundam and the creator of Veterans in Group. On this, let me say, section, I will see my dashboard, let me say, my skills status. So I click here. I have a radar view on the left for which I can see for each domain the category and the average credit for each category. Okay, in this case I have two categories on the specialization, one category on advanced, let me make more bigger this view, and fundamental one view. On the right I have the skills that belong to a specific category. Okay, so for example we see I am 120 here and AGM 88 for air to ground weapon. What's the meaning of this, let me say, view on the right? Skills, basic flight skills. Report all the skills belong to a category, how many credit the pilot has, when the credit has been refreshed the last time, which is the status, if the credit value are from 0 to 30 is a red status, you need the refresh, When the credits start from 30 to 60 are yellow, above 60 is green. Refresh skill, if you click here, you have the opportunity, the chance to ask for a request of a specific skill. In a few moments, I will show you. If you click on the skills below, you have all the details and the description the squadron leader, let me say, write down during the program building. And on the right, the next schedule, if any, for the specific skills. Regarding, let me say, schedule and skill refresh, I will show you after how it works. For the moment, believe me, no, that in this section will appear the date, the scheduled date for the pilot. Okay, domain overview is, let me say, another view for the pilot that shows the average credits for each domain, so is an executive summary, let me say, and allow the pilot to understand which is the gap to be a combat ready, because this red line that you see on the bar, it's the combat ready threshold the squadron leader defined during program building. We see before, okay? We saw before. Okay, as pilot, let's make some reference skills just to give you an example, and we show you how it will appear on the management view on the squadron leader. So, for example, I'm Gundam. I would like to let the squadron leader know that I would like to make a refresh of takeoff. Just click here. Okay. I did the request. I did the request. I would like to make a request even for refuel during day on the refuel skills category. And on specialization, I would like to make reverse skills on AGM 88. Perfect. I make a reverse skills for each domain, one skills for each domain. Okay? Perfect. Now we are going to the Academy Management section that is, let me say, accessible just for the squadron leader as the Academy Program section. And from this section, as a squadron leader, I can have an overview of the Academy Squadron status in terms of credits, refresh request, and combat readiness, and so on. Let me show you. Okay. On the left, I have a radar chart, very similar as meaning, but the number that you see here are referred to all the squadron, not just one pilot. So it's an overview of the level of the, let me say, skills of your squadron. On the right, you have the skill refresh plan as a request from the pilot. If you remember, I did as pilot 3 requests for each domain, and as you can see, you see in this table the 3 requests I did before as pilot. And if you point the mouse on the request, you can see as leader the call sign that make the request, when he make the request, and last request is the last pilot you make this request, and if there is any, let me say, schedule refresh planned. As I said before, we see this functionality in a few minutes. Below, you can have another overview of the squadron in terms of pilot, and for each pilot in this list, in my case, there is 3 pilots, Emi, Gundam, and Ratman. This is an example, I remember. And for each pilot, I can see for each domain which is the level of credit for a specific pilot. In this example, all the pilots are has 0 credit, have 0 credit, and now I will show you even some other, let me say, capability for the squadron leader. The squadron leader can go clicking on the call sign on a specific pilot view for EMI, and for each domain and category, he can manually adjust, and this can be useful as baseline to set the baseline for the pilot, and can adjust the created value manually at category level, for example, or even working on the specific skills. The maximum value is 100, the minimum value is 0. And we can make, let me say, this on all the domain and category to make EMI in this case very skilled. Okay, I did in this way just to show you the combat ready list, because in this case EMI reach the requirements, is above the threshold of the combat ready. So when I click on this view, we can see EMI in the list because is combat readiness, because let me say map the requirements that we explained before. You can even download a PDF of your squadron. You can see a table with all the pilot, with all the value. You can, let me say, share this with your squadron team, and could be useful to have an overview, even a PDF format. Okay. Last thing is to show you how the refresh skill works. Let me say, this is allowed by the integration between event management module with academy management module. So we can go in event management starting from a cleaning view. Let me say we put onto Jan and create a new event. Falcon BMS, test refresh. Maybe I would like to make an event that allow pilot to participate and to refresh even the skills. So for example, refresh basic flight skills, or refresh and specialization, for example, and I select my squadron, in this case the program that we defined before come out on this form, and I can let me say check the skills in basic flight skills category, and check all the skills in air to air, air to ground weapon. Confirm selection. Okay, just check if as you can see, no, it's okay. Advanced in this case is not selected, so we can select the type of event training. We can put I don't know, the start time of the event. Okay, no ATO, no document for the moment. It's not useful to explain the specific functionality, and we can put an icon to characterize the event. Let me say save the event. Okay, first of all, you can see on this link highlighting the chance to let me say view the skills that are embedded on this event. Okay, and I can see that under fundamental, if you join this event, you can refresh the skills on basic flight skills category, and for specialization domain you can refresh the skills that are exactly the skills we selected before. Okay, all other pilot that can join this event, in this case I created this event with so in my events I am let me say joining per default. 6 hours before the start of this event will appear a check-in button here. If the pilot included me will push the check-in button, mean that the pilot will participate. His, let me say, credit will increase of an amount specified for that skill in the program building. Okay, and in this case, see the profile, we can see the value now on the radar as we set on the previous screen. Okay, I hope that you have an idea how the academy management works. For sure, there is a lot of functionality. It's quite complex maybe at first, and I hope you enjoy, you like it, and do not hesitate to write me for any improvement or maybe bug. I hope no, but maybe if any, in order to fix it. Thank you, and bye bye.